everyone and welcome into Yena live stream. Give me a second because it's time to prepare, which I did not. Of course I didn't. Why? Yeah, okay. There we go. Pinged on Discord. Sweet. Now, I feel like we could start by having some coffee, maybe. I feel like it's or music. It's also another good idea, right? I could play some music. So it's nice. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Hi there, 70J227EI72Y2. Hi. I may have mispronounced your name, I'm so sorry. Hi, Roxana. Ellie. Is that Ellie? I guess there was earlier. Anyhow, let me just open everything up. There we go. That's the video we're doing today. I am so glad you asked, Roxana. We're working on a video. That one we've been working on for the past however many days, and we'll still continue on working because there is a lot of animations to add and make. Okay.
I mean, how? Is it magic? Witchcraft? Sorcery? Well, in quantum mechanics the answer is actually pretty simple. Carrier particles. You can...
Okay, so right here we'll have carrier particle on the screen up here. But let's just start with a simple render, you know, something to not waste any time, to right away just get the rendering.
The more things...
Like... Oh, I have a good one, okay. Blender 4.2. Hypnotizing, yeah. Magic of gravity. Wrong Blender version, damn it. It's 4.0. I was supposed to use 4.2. By the way, how is everyone doing? How you doing, Roxana? I'm so sorry for not asking. I'm so rude of me. Let me just render all of this. Hi, the Coco. Hi, welcome. Uh-oh. What was that? I'm sorry. Was there a problem with my headphones, or... You all heard that, correct? Just... Actually, how are you doing as well? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm sorry, but am I going crazy? Or is my output completely crashing? Because if it is, that could be a sign that everything else will crash as well, and that would be pretty bad. So I didn't mean to say that as 14. I misclicked. I meant to save it as 17, and now we have to go back. Actually, it will be pretty simple thing to fix. Just need to render this frame. Alrighty. Hello. You know what? I just need to get myself caffeinated enough until a topic comes up. That's usually how I get through most of these streams. And by most, I mean all of them. Okay. There we go. Fix the 14th, because that was incorrect. And now back to this one. And then mass back to 5. Then time to I mean, distance 100, just like this. Right, make it your streaming. You're supposed to say something. Well, this will be another kind of paint drying, you know, stream. Just me watching a bunch of renders stick by. But this time, I'll hopefully be more efficient. And not probably record this. I know. I'll think of something. Okay, trust me. I'll be entertaining. I promise. Give me a couple of minutes. Actually, this stream I should go on for a longer time. Because there's straight up more work to be done. Well, what's the deal with airplane food, am I right? Just like so weird, so... Why does it taste so bad? Just some bad food or something. This render is actually really awful. This AI generated kind of look is what you get when you don't have enough samples to actually render what you're trying to render, and you just end up with a mess like this. So this is actually a highly detailed texture, but you wouldn't be able to tell because it's just 256 if I'm not mistaken. We could up it to 4096, but the problem then is that it will just take, once again, hours to render. Top-down view of the city. It's actually meant, yeah, that's the problem. It's actually, what it's actually meant to be is like an extremely futuristic high-tech wall or something. I don't know, I just plugged in random material, but but yeah, all of the detail is lost just because of the samples. I'll just let this cook in the background a bit. Also open up my taskbar settings because my taskbar broke yet again. This happens all the time. And now right here we can add in the frames from energy.
The more things you can change, the more things you can change, the more things you can change, the quicker you can...
The quickest, that would be time.
The quicker you can change them, and the more significantly you can change them.
There we go.
This capacity...
This capacity. There.
This capacity comes in different forms: kinetic, gravitational, potential, radiant, electric, thermodynamic, whatever.
Am I supposed to list them? Oh my goodness, I'm such an idiot. So I'm guessing Pastamaker's idea for how this would play out is each time I list a new kind of... Let's make it so much. So I guess the Pastamaker's idea for how this would play out is each time I mention a new energy, we just get like an equation on the screen. Not it's actually, no, if it's just equations, that's doable. It's pretty simple, in fact. Yeah, it's easy.
This capacity comes in different forms: kinetic,
Kinetic is this.
Comes in different forms. Capacity comes.
So right here, we should change it up probably. Once again, the reason why is simply because, yeah, as you can see right now, it looks so much better. You can actually see the detail, which might mean we don't actually need 256. We might just need like 1,000. So divided by 4. Still, it will take quite some time. Make it. Don't overdo it, because you'll regret it. You'll regret a lot. Let's do 90. Just short animation. Just move it more to the center and move these two down. Hi there, Krish. What are you doing? Walking the video, as I always am. As I always just happen to be. Alright. Now we've got this other way, we can move on to the previous animation.
Pretty simple. Carrier particles. Pretty simple.
Right here. Right here what we want is a carry particle. You're walking a lot of miles today. Uh-huh. Oh, you mean like because I say walking weird? Oh, it's so funny. Haha, yeah, make fun of the freaking non-English speaker for not pronouncing things correctly. Very clever. Alright, gravity. For the graviton, because that's what I'm trying to showcase here. For the graviton, actually I should probably cut this, yeah. So right here, I would need to figure out which
Carrier
frame it
particle.
is.
You can think of it this way. You have particle A.
Bless me. Thank you for saying bless you, make it. Okay, this frame. We need to figure out which frame it is. How hard could it possibly be? It looks like this one, doesn't it? 272. 271. Or 270. Good enough. 270. That's where we're gonna start. Ah, I'm starting the render thing, no I. Okay. And what we need is we need a particle. A graviton, to be exact. Now, how are we going to... Oh, goodbye, Krish, bye. How can I showcase a graviton? I have a particular shape in mind, it's just that I don't know how to... Well, let me just figure out what shape I'm thinking of, actually. And how would I make this shape? Figured it out, okay. I know how to make this shape. It's going to be a very Kushgesaki kind of graviton. Listen, they made a whole video about exactly what I just made a video about, so I get to steal their particle. Well, it's not really their particle, just that they use this design in their videos. And I get to steal it. Because they kind of almost they stole a title to a video. Back to manipulating balls. I'm always Remco. I am always manipulating balls. That's my whole thing. Now let's do a mirror like this, and let's just extrude all faces by 0.7. No, clearly further. I can't proceed this way, can I? Unfortunately, I can just move these. So like this, negative 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. And then the shape, which will be like this. Like this. Oh, I am good at this. That's actually the exact shape I had in mind. Well, the only problem is, at the moment, we do need to fix up the geometry a bit. First of all, we don't really need these in the middle. Or do we? Well, it doesn't really matter if we need them in the middle. What matters is that we definitely don't need the faces. And by that I mean, no, we don't need those in the middle. Yeah. Now we merge into clipping, apply. There we go. Then we... Oh my goodness. Okay, let's make it. Let's walk. You can walk smarter, not harder. This, delete the edge. Also delete just these in general. Delete these vertices and then like this. Sweet. Then another mirror, mirror number 2 and mirror number 3. And mirror number 2 will be Y and mirror number 3 will be Z. And so mirror number 2, Y, apply, then we delete all of these and do it like this. There we go, and apply this one and just delete this line and just repeat the process. Okay, and the reason why I did it this way is because now we should be able to apply a... What's this for? Why does it have balls inside of it? It doesn't have balls inside of it, it's gonna be on the outside of balls. I'm just modeling it. Right, leave the balls alone. Sensitive, but it doesn't matter. The point is, right now we'll apply wire, volume to mesh, wireframe, I think? Wireframe, sweet. Increase thickness, then this looks kind of sort of like what Kurzgesagt uses to represent the graviton. And copy the hex. Then we're gonna give it negative emission. Oh, that looks good. And then we want to have it up here. How should it appear? Because, you know, just going off frame, that's boring. That's a boring way to appear. It should be cooler. We could increase the thickness, first of all. So it could appear like this. Just materialize. That's kind of cool. We also duplicate this, remove the shader, and give it a completely different material, which will have a emission of 100, but we'll have 0 alpha, then we'll have 1 alpha, then we'll have 0 alpha, and the emission will be actually 10. And then, as it appears, this is how it will appear. There it is. It was cool enough. Okay, maybe. I like this. This is like too better. I mean, it is better, but we're not looking for better. We're looking for best. We're looking for the perfect. No, this sucks. And the reason why it sucks is because right here we have the principal BSDF, which sucks because what we should actually have is the volume. And what we should actually do is we should actually go to shading right here and then switch to render because of course we're working on material. And then texture coordinate, check the distance between the generated and the object, then take this value, take math, subtract 1 from this value. And actually we shouldn't check this distance, only negative 0.5, like so. Plug in the value into the emission, then multiply it by a much greater number, which gives us nothing. That's a shame. No, it gives us something on the edges, unless I'm wrong. So what happens if we delete the negative? There we go. We need to delete the negatives. Now it's bright, and now if we decrease the multiplication, then it's not so bright anymore. If we do power, and power like 8th power, I guess this is the problem. What am I missing? I'm sorry, what am I missing? Could just do mixed color check, like red and blue, just to see what's up. It's up, down, and around. Okay, so it's blue now. Okay, makes sense. But it will not become red, that also makes sense. Let's increase it. I'm sorry? Okay. It's blue, and now the whole thing switches to red all at the same time. Some the density. I really want to see what I'm working with. Up density to like, I don't know, 70 million or something. Okay, the fact that it's not increasing the density any further, that's suspicious. That means I'm probably broke something. Why carry particle? It's because I don't actually remember. I wrote the script when I was drunk. I mean, I wrote the script a couple of days ago, and so I already forgot. Why am I struggling with this so much? This is the equation, correct? We check the distance between the middle point and the texture of the object. We multiply it by... Well, multiplying it by 1 gives us nothing. But right here... What do we need? We need like a blank plane behind it. Why is only the edge just so bright? What did I do? I did something with the script when I was drunk. That's true of most of my videos. I just really love being the archetype of I built it when I was drunk. Except I don't drink. For me it's just I built it when I was going crazy. That's my archetype. Shape like a rhombohedron. It's not true though, it looks pretty similar. Yeah, yeah, that's actually why I made it. I wanted it to be a rhombicuboctahedron. I'm good with geometry, I'm good with shapes. I'm smart and clever, and I definitely know what shapes are. Because I'm a CGI artist, you know, I need to know what shapes are. That would be pretty silly if I didn't know what I was doing half the time, right? It would be pretty bad. Okay, let's reduce this a bit. Am I crazy? I am, yeah, that's true. But am I crazy in this case? Object? No, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the object won't matter. This. How did I check for it in the past? I could just... Why is the background so it doesn't matter? Okay, density, we increase it, and apparently this is the highest density possible. I don't know why, because normally highest density possible should mean... Oh, it's because it's overlapping, that makes sense, okay. The highest density possible, and it also disappears when you look up the... So let's just look at it with a plane behind it, because otherwise weird things happen. And now if we plug in this... if we plug in our result right here and multiply it by 100, should be able to see that. Do we get a negative value? What's going on? Why is it so bright? Okay, what I'm trying to achieve and failing miserably is I'm trying to create a shader node where the middle is 0. The middle is brighter than the outside. And for some reason it just looks weird. Why does it look so wrong? Am I crazy? I am, but... There we go. Okay, yes. So if we subtract this from 1... Why are the edges brighter? Screw it, it will just appear like this. You know what, that animation looks pretty cool. I'm all for it. There we go. Perfect. No idea what I just did exactly, but I did something, and that's all that counts. Right here, we're gonna take this animation and hopefully set it to bounce, because this should look a bit better. There we go. Now the inside is oddly dark. Why is it oddly dark? No one knows. I may know. It's probably because this is negative, correct? Yeah. Which means then we'll need to... 41st power might have something to do with it. If it works, it works. Yeah, I mean, we're exponentiating it to the 41st power, so let's just say it's a pretty big number. How would we drop it down to like 10 maybe? Which is still a huge number. Oh yeah, and now it's bright because it's not negative. Let's do 9. There we go. Okay, now it doesn't quite have the same kick to it. Kick that I'm looking for. Okay, so it has to be around 41, right? For it to... Okay, cool. Otherwise it's just not bright enough. And for these, we can actually right here keyframe the strength of -5, and this we do like a 10, and then hopefully also keyframe them with bounce. No, this sucks. No, it sucks. It shouldn't be bounce. Let's do -0.5 here. Yeah, no bounce. Bounce makes it look ridiculous. Ah, there's still bounce. Quit it. Quit doing that. How is rhombi-tetra... No, rhombi-tetra... Tetra is it twice. It's tetra. Rhombi-tetra tetrahedron. It's such a silly name. What a silly name. Elongated square gyrobrick. That's ridiculous. That's not a real name. They're fooling with you. I feel like the appearance could have a little more kick to it if we take this and parent to the thing to transform, and right here we'll have it keyframed, and right here we'll have it with no scale and just rotate it wildly. Okay, better, not best. We're looking for best. The reason why it's better, not best, is because we move this. Yeah, that probably should be to the very end. The keyframes suck. That's the problem. I'm spending so much time on this, like, in such an unnecessary amount of time. Right, let's take the rotation, scale, all of them. There you are. Let's keyframe all of you to back. Oh, look, no. Okay, the rotation is a bit much. Alright, that's something. You're doing highly casual. I'm just walking in animation. That's it. Just a plain old good old-fashioned animation for a video. Nothing fancy here. Just a good old graviton appearing out of nowhere. You know how it is. Oh, I forgot I added a plane. Whoops. Should have probably deleted that. Damn it, there's one thing I'm missing, but I can't possibly add that. The thing I'm missing so much in this animation is, as always, a volume. If I just add a volume like this, with 0.04, and then increase this some more, then yeah, it looks really nice. But now the thing in the middle is glowing for some reason, even though it shouldn't be, because its emission should be, that's power, not multiplication, should have been multiplication. There. I can't always add volume. Because, no, I can't always add the volume, because then it takes hours to render. And now this would work better with like a... No, negative 0.5 works just fine. I can't just always add the volume. So with the volume is without the volume. It's a slight difference. No one will notice, no one will care. I remember the Harry Ball theorem as well. What? That's not the real name. You made that one up. I refuse to believe that there is something called the Harry Ball theorem. I just refuse to acknowledge that. Oh, I have a good idea. Okay, what if we take this, we give it a big old-fashioned brightness, like 1,000 or like 100 there, okay, and then we'll give it the color of gravity. Like this. And we have it go to 500 from 0. And we'll have this shape transition. They made the whole brand of it, it's called Manscaped. Was I being confident my understanding in mind? Yeah, I'm just doing simple. Okay. And now what we do is we increase the density, but at a certain point, right here, once we pass the barrier of unholy brightness, we increase the density to something like a 4. There we go. This could work, okay. And then right here, we change this. We move it up. Like this, pure white, and then we're gonna need light paths. We're gonna need like 2 light paths for volume. Okay, is this good enough for an animation? For like an appearance of a... I think it's good enough. Like an appearance of a graviton. That feels appropriate. Alrighty then, let's render this sucker. Cool. The Imaginary Harry Ball theorem is pretty self-explanatory. Is it self-explanatory? I'm sorry? It's a theory of how you comb your hair will always be one weird spot, never you... But Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Oh no, okay, as a theory, it makes sense. But no one on the all times. That makes sense. But why would you call it a hairy ball theory? Couldn't you just call it something like, I don't know, global hurricane theory? I feel like that's a better name, isn't it? Sounds like a better name. Make a religion out of this. Please don't! Hey, we're gonna make a religion out of this. That was my little words impersonation. Okay, there we go. 5 minutes per frame. Oh, I did this to myself. I'm the only one to blame. Okay, I have an idea. You know what we could do? We could work on yet another video at the same time as working on this video. How about work on 2 different videos at the same time? Huh? That's a good idea. That's gonna end well. Should we do it? Because right now I can't really work on this one because we're waiting for the animations to render, so... Couldn't they name it like a cotton ball theorem? That's much better name than a hairy ball theorem. Whoever called it a hairy ball theorem should be fired. Or at least ashamed of themselves. Oh no. The LiDAR dots. Why are the LiDAR dots? Wait, what? You mean like LiDAR? LiDAR is pretty expensive tech. Where'd you get a LiDAR from? Yeah, I mean, LiDAR's pretty... Where'd you get LiDAR from? LiDAR vlogs. Oh, you mean sampling? I mean, I guess it is similar, I suppose. So you mean this? It works in a similar way, I suppose, but they're not quite LiDAR dots. It becomes pixelated as hell. Yeah, it becomes pixelated because it's rendering it in real time. Or at least trying. Alright, so there's another video that we could work on actually on these streams, because you know, one isn't enough. So that's what the video would be, how math becomes difficult. And it's basically a video just about math, you know. And you mix it to Soda, the make team. That's not Soda's music. This is actually precisely not Soda music, because Soda, well, back asked me if I could not use their music along with AI generated. This is AI generated. I mean, fastball is better than fuzzy ball or hairy ball. Jeez, hairy ball, why? Okay, so speaking of working on 2 different videos at the same time because one isn't enough, how math becomes difficult? It's another video, just above math, and it's pretty simple. Just starting with addition, multiplication, then exponentiation, then inverse operations like, you know, division, subtraction, and the roots, then functions, derivatives, integrals, then sign, then complex numbers, complex sign definition, and Fourier transforms. It's pretty simple. Yup. Cox-Zucker. What's the Cox-Zucker machine theorem? I'm afraid to look it up on my main screen. Hold on. Cox-Zucker. Because you said it's self-explanatory, but I don't get the explanation. A basis of torsion. surface when... Fine. We can make it more difficult if you want. You mean math? Like beyond the Fourier transform? I mean, we can. This is the equation I thought I would end the video with. Where would you like it, Remco? Go ahead, I'm listening. I'm all ears. Where shall I carry this? Oh, is my milk spoiled? It tastes weird. I can feel the texture of the milk, which isn't... just not something... I'm so sorry for saying that out loud, by the way. But that's not something that should happen. I think square root is true inverse. Looks for base. Excellent. So not just k for the Fourier transform. Oh, that's because I want to also use it to make the point that, you know, the whole point of the video, Remco, is that this kind of math only looks terrifying but isn't actually terrifying. I mean, in my opinion, Fourier transforms are quite simple, right? Like as a concept. So I wanted to throw in as many complicated characters in there just to make the point like, oh yeah, even though it's an equation full of complex characters, it's actually really simple. That's the point of the video. Hence, you know, the hat, the letters, the obviously integrals needed in there, the complex, the sign the complex way, not sign, trigonometry, or something trigonometry. Make it saying Cox Zaka. Roxana, there are so many other clips. Listen, it's not hard to get me to say weird things, alright? I do it every day, it's not my job at this point. Like for example, as I already mentioned before, hold on, let me cut the music so that it'll be clearer what I'm about to say. For example, as I mentioned before, abortion is a complicated issue. Like, I like the idea of killing babies, but I don't like the idea of women having more rights. There, clip that if you want. Listen, I say weird things like that all the time. It's not difficult to clip something weird and make it said. It's kind of actually, it's a great way, it's a great immunity at this point. Like, if anyone out there who watches my live streams hears someone else say like, oh yeah, make it said this and this, then, well, I've probably said that at some point. I mean, yeah, I said a lot of stuff. It's actually a great way to develop this sort of immunity to rumors. You can't even make up a sentence that would be weird enough for it to be implausible of me saying it. Matrices are more difficult math concepts. Are they really? I wouldn't say so. I think matrices are pretty simple. I mean, I genuinely thought, Remco, about complicating this with matrices. And I could do it, actually. Except I don't know how. I want in a way that, you know, surely he's joking. Oh, you mean about killing babies? I have my favorite pastime thing to do, you know? Sometimes I just wake up in the morning, don't feel like streaming, but then I just murder a couple of kids and that gets me right into the mood to do a stream, you know? In fact, I did it just today! Hi everyone, hi the YouTube monetization team. I understand if you take my if you demonetize me, I get it, I would too. I mean, in the future I could just make a sequel to this, where I would also introduce linear algebra and some other concepts. Make a video how math becomes difficult. Part 2. Oh, Remco! Great minds think so alike. That was just what I was saying. Where I should probably just end it here in this video and then make a part 2 where I would just complicate this equation even further with matrices, linear algebra in general. Tensor spinners. Oh yeah, just spin actually. Spin would be a great way to complicate this because it would require both like multiple dimensions and just spin. This is my calculus exam. How did it go? Okay, right here. Oh yeah, I haven't even finished the script, by the way. I've only done the derivatives. With this one, I feel like I should, because yeah, I do have a lot of chapters, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it exactly. Because I want to do it in a nice, pleasing, graphical way, you know? Just something that looks fun, something that looks inviting, not scare people away, only invite everyone in. I could do it with colors. I don't want to complicate it too much, nor do I want to spend days rendering it. Call me crazy if you want, because I am, but I don't want to spend days just waiting for another video to render. So I want to do it in a way that's a bit more efficient, which might mean changing up the style of the video a bit, because the volume... You know what? Right now we're rendering two different animations, so I feel like it would be perfect time to actually experiment a bit. And think of a style. So here, yeah, this is a good idea. This is how we're gonna do it. We're going to start with a color, and then we're going to go across the whole hue of colors till we end up back where we started to loop the video. That's a good idea. Which means that we can use the same style for every single one of these animations, and all they'll differ by is colors to still have that clear separation. And now all we need to do is just figure out a certain style, something that looks pleasant and something that doesn't take ages to render. Those are the only two requirements, right? Listen, it shouldn't be all that difficult. Like the Fourier transform are slightly out of place. You mean out of place with what? Because the whole video is sort of a build-up to a Fourier transform. Too difficult to comprehend compared to the rest. Is it? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. The Fourier transform, I'll explain it in two different ways. So, first of all, will be just the literal explanation based on anything provided, and every single concept here, when broken down, is, you know, the whole thing is a setup for it. So, integrals chapter, functions chapter, this is the complex numbers, complex sign definition, and sign all combined into one. Nailing support images without... I mean, that's kind of my thing. So that will be the first definition, first explanation. And the second explanation is precisely, okay, but what exactly does it do? That's precisely the second explanation, which will be just the, uncertainty principle, basically. I'll be honest. Just my uncertainty principle explanation, except for Fourier transforms. Fourier transform is probably my favorite mathematical tool, and so I haven't really explained it well in the past yet. I don't feel like I've ever done a good job of explaining it, and that's why I'm gonna dedicate a whole ass video to it, like a reasonable person would. All right, let's do something fun, exciting, and something that's nice eye candy. Let's think of a style for the animations. Isn't e to the pi I? But this is the multiplications. Can't you work out all the other symbols? I'm sorry, what? E to the first power of pi 1. Oh, isn't e to the first power pi equal to 1? I might have a psychologist, but it's the multiplication. All the other symbols. Oh, I pi. You mean with this? You have this thing inside and x inside, which can you? My brain just went blank for a second. Alright. Eye candy. Time to do it. So, what we're looking for basically is just a nice looking scene. That's it. Euler or Euler? Well, I usually say Euler, so neither. I don't actually. That's a good question. I always pronounce it as Euler. Euler's identity. I am so glad, by the way, that Euler's finally got something named after him. You know, like he really deserves awareness. Really unnoticed. I'm really glad that Euler finally got something named after him. That's good for him. Good for him. You know, really underappreciated. Alright, let's start with this, which we're going to do with noise texture. Wait, no. Hang on, water, there we go. I have enough concepts as name. Yes, that's the joke. That was the joke, Remco. You can't have a Mafkas without Euler. A while back, I did a poll on who's the most it was either who's the Newton of chemistry or who's the Euler of chemistry. You know, the famous sentence, how everything in math is named after the second person who discovered it, because if it was named after the first person, everything would be just named after Euler. Because Euler just invented / discovered everything. Actually, no, wait. Wrong buff. Actually, man, I had a worthy debate upon it. Okay, I like this so far. CBR, fun rendering. CBR. Oh, damn it, no, once again I have to look it up. CBR. What's CBR? CBT. Almost looked up CBT. physics, I'm assuming. Cosmic microwave background. Alright, I see. Fun to render, you say. I mean... Maybe, but I would need like a deep point, you know, to make about cosmic microwave radiation. Cosmic microwave background. I mean, like a deep point. Like, for example... An example of great, or like a deep, not great, only deep point would be... physics isn't actually trying to tell us what is, it's trying to create useful theories. Sometimes when you create things you will fail and that's okay, or maybe math isn't as difficult as it seems, or some things are just a concept but they're still useful, or maybe just a fucking bucket of sulfuric acid. Donating charity is cool. Electrons are actually, everything has a logical explanation, you know, stuff like these. I love CBT, the theory, of course. I'm gonna look it up on the other screen. CBT theory. I really hope you're not baiting me into... You mean... Oh, of course, CBT. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. Good. I'm glad that's the first search. That's good. That gives me hope in humanity. That's nice. Not everything has a logical explanation. I mean, yeah, not everything has a logical explanation, but everything we're exposed to in our day-to-day lives has a logical explanation. Also, what would be your example of something that doesn't have a logical explanation? I'm curious. Just because I am not quite certain we're thinking about the same thing. Anything quantum. Ah, I see. So we are. Okay. Basically, things that don't have logical explanations are the basic elementary things. So, for example, like, why do elementary particles exist? That doesn't have a logical explanation because it's, by definition, elementary. Or uncertainty principle would also be there. Or what created everything? Another one of questions that doesn't have a logical explanation, so on and so forth. So, all of these questions which basically cannot have a logical explanation or an underlying explanation, whichever one you prefer. That one was going surprisingly quickly. Things that need counterintuitive mathematics to explain it. I mean, no, I would say things that require counterintuitive mathematics really often, by definition, also give a logical explanation. I would say that things that don't have logical explanations are the ones that cannot have a logical explanation. So, for example, my favorite being what created the universe. Because, like, if you have a timeline of the universe, right, then there are two possibilities. Either something created the universe, or it's an Ouroboros sort of situation. The universe, well, actually three, I suppose, but you know, the top ones will be the same. So it's a Ouroboros universe always existed, or universe always existed like this. So it's either cyclic, always existed, or something created the universe. The problem is, if universe always existed, then why does it exist? And if something created the universe, then what created that something that created the universe? Right? If something created the something that created the universe, then what created that something that created the universe, and so on. Like, there isn't really a logical explanation to this, simply because there can't be. But I digress. Maybe one's not for a logical explanation for that too. You mean for what I just said? This one? Unfortunately, no. It's one of these where so far... I mean, maybe, actually, maybe. But so far there only seems to be, like, there's two possibilities. And, well, neither of one is quite logical. Which is kind of wild if you consider that this is a very real question. Like, not a hypothetical, not a what if. No, this is a very real question. Like, we know that the universe exists, right? Which means something must have created it, or it must have always existed. Both of which lead to just more questions, which is wild and insane, but I digress, whatever. Mess of beginning. But yeah, but Roxana, I really would like to appreciate for a second the fact that universe either always existed, which just begs the question of why did the universe always exist in this state? Why don't we have a different universe? Why this universe specifically? Or, even wilder, something created the universe. Which is even crazier, because then something must have created that something, and so on and so forth, as I already mentioned. And this is a very real thing. This is not like a hypothetical universe. This is our universe. What created the universe implies a moment before the universe truth there was no time, so there was no moment. Precisely what I'm saying. Like, what created everything doesn't make sense because something must have created everything before there was anything. Bubble inflation TV. What's bubble inflation TV? You mean the 2008? Economics, I'm funny. You can laugh, it's fine. Eternal inflation. Forever almost of you because of reaching expanded most of because of playing eternal inflation the following because of the infinite multiverse, which is going fractal volume inflation. But now Sammy made Cubane. Cubane? I don't know. I don't know how to make Cubane. I don't even know. Well, all I know about Cubane is that it has rough shape of a cube. That's all I know. And that if you make it, you get views. It's created after the universe itself. It means that something existed before the universe itself, which is even wilder. Infinity can't be perceived. Roxana, you're saying infinity can't be perceived, but like, you think of a beginning, you simply can't. What do you mean you can't think of it? It happened. We know it happened. It very much happened, right? The Big Bang. The beginning isn't like a hypothetical, mythical witchcraft that's, existed in the warp. No, it was a real physical event, which happened. Which really did happen. It can't be perceived because physics wasn't different back then. But we need to think of before that. Yeah, but that's what's so wild about this. If we invent time travel, for example, then we could go back before the Big Bang. It's, as far as we're aware, it's not impossible. So if you go back before Big Bang, you can perceive stuff. You could perceive the Big Bang, which would be in theory the beginning of the universe, but in practice, why would it just begin? Physics was different. No, I mean, physics was the same. The makeup was different. That was the most prominent theory. Yeah, that's assuming Big Bang, of course. But what I'm saying is that the beginning of the universe wasn't witchcraft, it wasn't magic, it wasn't sorcery. It was a real thing. Must have been, unless of course the possibility number 2, infinite universe. So if there was a beginning of the universe, it very much was perceivable. You can't think of it. There's nothing stopping you. Which just leads to so many questions. It's insanity. Technically time travel is not possible only into the future. It's not possible according to our current theory, and that's the hill I'm willing to die on. The particles come from. That's what I'm saying! Well, any sort of, beginning of universe theory has the same thing. You can't just create something out of nothing. Depends how you define nothing, but if you have a nothing before universe existed nothing, then yeah, then you shouldn't really be able to create something out of that nothing. But apparently, it did create a whole universe out of nothing. Did time for itself now? Time is a concept. I also mentioned this in the Do Photons Exist video I'm working on right now. Time is a concept. So time could exist before the universe, it couldn't exist before the universe, or it could exist in some form before the universe. You know, the question of even if a dimension is infinitely flat, is it still a dimension? That sort of question. Energy uncertainty principle allows borrowing energy from vacuum. Yeah, but vacuum isn't really a nothing, is it? It's still something. According to the current theory, vacuum isn't really like a truly nothing that you would get before a universe exists. I'm talking about like truly nothing, where there is truly nothing. Because there is no universe, so how could there be something? So we're talking about the nothing before anything existed. You can like time travel not being possible because you have to find an alternative. I don't have to find an alternative to acknowledge the fact that, you know, theories could be wrong. It is the most nothing we could get. Nothing is no dimensions, that's nothing because it isn't anything. It is nothing because it isn't anything, actually. What do you mean that's not nothing because it isn't anything? That's not the point of nothing before the universe. This is trippy, you need to be drunk for this conversation. But that's what I'm saying! What I find so wild about this kind of conversation is that there isn't like a satisfactory answer. There isn't like a satisfactory answer is not even satisfactory of an answer to the answer. The point is, there isn't like a satisfactory view on this. There isn't like a satisfactory even question to be asked. But it's still very much a real thing. Like, the universe exists. I feel like we can all agree that the universe exists. I'm pretty certain. Last time I checked, the universe was still there, you know, all the matter, laws of physics and whatnot. These are very much real things. But why they exist is insane. The religion knocks on the door. But yeah, but religion, that's the problem. Because for most of the religions, it was basically like, you know, a thing of worship creates everything. Okay, but that just moves the goalpost. What created the thing of worship? Even religion doesn't give a satisfactory answer from a scientific perspective. Universe simulation for great evolution. Yeah, but that doesn't even give you a satisfactory answer either, because if the universe is just a simulation, right? It's a simulation in another universe, then, you know, what created that other universe? Like, it keeps going. Oh, I'm sorry, it's probably one of my favorite trippy metaphysics topics. Is it metaphysics or just physics? I don't know. Two photons can appear from vacuum denominator. Yeah. Oh, Roxana, you can look into Hawking radiation. I feel like Hawking radiation could be more of what Remco meant. Thank you. Ha! I know physics! Look at that, look at me. I'm such a smart boy. I just gave an example and like someone who actually knows physics. Actually, yeah. I am so proud of myself for thinking of Hawking radiation there. We can check if the universe is real by interacting, but we can't prove it works in a smart level. Yeah, that's why actually that's another thing, which is the conclusion chapter of this video, which is that we can't really know if anything exists, but at the same time we might as well assume everything exists just for the sake of science being useful. Probably to make it. Thank you! You should be, and everyone else should be too. Because I am awesome, I am amazing, and handsome, and intelligent, and funny. Any simulation movie and a bunch of real people watching the and nothing else. Yeah, but at the same time, I am just... This is my... Like, if we ever get to the stage where humanity, you know, starts bending what's possible or impossible, you know, moving to different galaxies, sending information faster than light, so on and so forth. If we ever get to that stage, I am definitely going to be I forgot the name of the character from Warhammer 40k, but I'm definitely gonna be that guy who just is trying to figure it out. There's like this one oddly specific thing. To compliment yourself, someone compliments you. Yeah, because I am amazing. Listen, I just want to acknowledge the fact that the person complimenting me was right. That's my way of complimenting back. I'm just like, yeah, you're right, I am amazing. Anyway, going back to the animation we're trying to make, or the style we're trying to find. For saying, hello, the real people watching a simulation, we are programmed to think this universe, they are laughing. Yeah, but actually, Mr. A, that depends on your definition of real. Because if you would consider people inside the computer fake, then I've got some bad news, because like, then your consciousness really wouldn't be a real thing either. If the sword which defines things as real and fake would cut the people inside the computer as fake, then you're very much dead. Or not real. You as in your consciousness. This scene needs a light source. How would I light it up though? Because the background is nice. Oh, I have a... there's one... I'm really tempted to just do like a cube into an infinite abyss kind of look. But that would require a volume. And you all know how I feel about volumes. They take ages to render. Oh, we can't even render it because it's going so deep. That makes sense. Trust in the Infinite. I think that's the name of the character I was thinking of. Was it Trust in the Infinite? I think. So what's your personal theory? You mean mine, like, with the why universe exists? That's what upsets me so much. There isn't even a good theory to be made. I don't have a theory. That's what fascinates me so much, because I can't find a way to even approach this. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as if I could create a theory like this, but there's just a little random pixel of light in there. It's really throwing me off. But it doesn't really feel like there's even a satisfactory way to approach the problem. Unless you use really the most logical in the... Everyone really know it exists. Why can't we imagine it, Roxana? Just because something is grand doesn't mean it's, you know, our brains can't handle it. I found it doubtful, because you're saying that we can't imagine it, but there isn't actually any evidence to support that we couldn't imagine something like that. Like, yeah, it would be extremely grand, probably. We physically can't, that's the belief. But why? Why couldn't we physically imagine it? We always ritual for. Be creative, which goes into it. That's precisely my point, however. That doesn't mean we can't imagine something, it just means that it's a really weird thing that's happening. Was it Trust in the Infinite? I'm gonna look up 40k lore just to figure out if it was Trust in the Infinite. Trust in the Infinite. Was him correct? I can't let it go. Yes, it was Trust in the Infinite. Okay. Alright, this is too dark. Be more like a density of 1. See how it looks now. Nope. Too much of an edge. 0.1. If there's a crater. Precisely. There's always the second possibility of universe always existed, which, once again, the question is why universe always existed, but that's just the problematic question number 2. Added to the list. Actually letting some light through. No, we can't. No, it's not a good look. I take it back. The infinite abyss look isn't. No, it's not it. It's not it. What light source? I mean, or we could have a light source that's scene dependent. We could have the scene be dark, and then just brighten up with whatever. Not the worst idea. I don't think we know. Why do you assume that it must exist outside of these loopholes, Oksana? Because I would just like to remind you that that is an assumption. You assume that it exists outside loopholes. You don't actually have any evidence or a theory about how that could be. Because the thing about our universe is that things very much can exist in paradoxical ways. Our universe seems to be more resilient to paradoxes than we give it credit for really often. I give superposition, for example. That's technically doesn't make sense, but it seems just fine. Double slit experiment wave particle duality. To be fair, that's more of a theory thing, so take that with a grain of salt, but still. To always exist in knowing we'll just die on Earth. Maybe you will, Mr. 8. I plan on living this sucker and never dying. That's just my plan for the future. I plan on never dying, you know? Mainly because I find dying to be a bit of a skill issue. It's logical and logical. I can definitely believe something outside of the nucleus or something because loophole exists, but I don't know how. I mean, we can believe, but we're not here to discuss beliefs. We're here to discuss science. Capital S. Super makes sense because our theory is linear. Yes. Well, I'm kind of saying. It is impossible to prove or disprove a creator. In the end, we're just a bunch of tiny creatures floating in space. Maybe you. I, however, as I mentioned, am amazing, so... You nihilism. Okay, there's nothing wrong with nihilism as long as it's positive nihilism. Listen, nothing matters, there's no objective morality, do what you want. That's good nihilism. But then you have the other nihilism, which is like... we suck. The universe always existed because energy cannot disappear and time is running slower and slower, but we're being really so we'll never notice. Just freeze because... Yeah, Rubino, but as I mentioned, there are two possibilities, right? Possibility A, something created the universe, or possibility B, the universe always existed. The problem is, if universe always existed, there's still the question of why? Why did it always exist? Why did it always exist in the way that it exists right now? Rather, that's a more important question. So why does it exist with the laws of physics we currently have? Why only 3 spatial dimensions? Why only 1 temporal dimension? Why is the specific speed of light the speed of light the speed limit of the universe? Why only 25 elementary particles? Although, to be fair, once again, that's more of an assumption thing, but technically, to an extent. solid. And I hope they won't take ages to render. I really hope. Let's do a plus a equals 5. There we go. Is it possible that the universe is a loop? Yes, it is. It is possible. That's the second flavor of the universe is infinite and always existed scenario. Existence cannot run loopholes. I mean, I wouldn't say existence cannot run loopholes, rather that existence doesn't run on loopholes, simply because, you know, if you can't really say it runs on loopholes if it's the existence. That's like if it runs on loopholes, then these things are no longer loopholes, because that's just how the universe works. Okay, what we need right now is a different texture. I do like the brick texture. The wave texture will also be nice. Each one could just have a different flaw. Another thing can be proven on paper. Can be proven on paper, but it's actually so funny because Gödel's theorem is precisely about that. Like, it's so specifically countering it. There we go, audition. I did the theme. Alright. Audition. If we take a number like 3 and add 5, you get an 8. That's pretty bright. Mega, are you gonna see something on natural integers, rationals, reals? No, actually no. Well, complex numbers, I guess, but that's only much later on. The main reason why is because I don't think the distinction of, you know, differentiating the numbers really makes any difference. actually a really nice texture. I'd rather keep it for something different. No, addition natural abstraction is just division rationals, division-ish, content speaks for itself. Well, yeah, but I already kind of tried doing that with addition to quantum mechanics, and that video didn't perform all that well, so, you know, I feel like, you know, from a... I hate to be that guy, but, like, just from the views, that video didn't really do all that well, so I think this time I should take a different approach. Yeah, I'm gonna just set up a different material for this. This one is gonna have a straightforward one, because it's just addition. It's all this, so it's just gonna have there. Just blank thing. And then we're gonna need blue. And then we're gonna need alpha. Okay, good lecturing. Bye, Romino. Thank you for joining in. Have a good one. Actually, I've just realized how much of a mess I've made with these materials. Can I somehow delete them? Oh, that's convenient. Oh, the answer is no. Okay, good. Wait, did they not add anything to blend anyway to delete materials? Reno and delete the material. 7 years ago. I don't. Oh no. I want to remove and delete first. Okay, so I'm sorry. What outline? I've never even used that. This. Outliner. Yeah, the guy's proving things, not the universe. Yeah, but you know, I would say, yeah, the universe, you know, also has a thing or two to say. Unused data. Thank you. Can I just delete them? Bye. See ya, mate. Okay, so we have less things, that's nice. Well, I would argue all the materials are unused, or am I crazy? I'm sorry? Where are the used ones? Blend file. Okay. Materials. There we go. Why is it so difficult? No idea. We can just keep advancing. I mean... Okay, assuming our species dies out someday, then yes. Just call it none, maybe nothing. Sweet. And then we're gonna have floor, which is gonna be the floor. Then we're gonna have right, right, 1. Just gonna have the mission of 1. Sorry for uncalled sponsoring of number file. How dare you? Right, I'm in color. Damn it, did I copy the what? Shucks. I meant this. Is there a way to move on between materials, like comment to another object? No. Blend the global values. I love the big crunch. Big crunch is terrifying. I'd have my heat devoted to the universe, thank you very much. Node groups. So you try editing the attribute node groups. So also try editing, animating the attributes node inside the node group. Ooh. Oh, so just a node group. So like make group like this. And group node group, which I'm gonna call. How do I rename node group? Roxana, I feel like the point Remco's trying to make is that you can't really ask where the Big Bang happened because you're just thinking about it in a odd way. The beginning of the universe also thought of us at the beginning of time, beginning of space. You can't really ask where space began. That's not like a thing you can actually answer. You're welcome. Now, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do we're gonna run this. go buy some corn. No, I should add volume. Looks so much better with the volume. Come on, let me know this. I'm gonna hate myself later for it. I should also start saving them as movies rather than images. I'm so sorry for being quiet, I just... to think of what I should eat today. Yeah, it's what's really funny about the whole Big Bang thing is that, if I'm not mistaken, the only estimates of the size of the universe are talking about the observable universe, which means that the whole universe can't expand and be infinite at the same time because of how infinities work, which is just festive. Big Bang is a general relativity theory? I did not know that. Yeah, you know what? I feel like that'll be it for now. Smorgies mainly general relativity. That makes sense, you know, for the scales where it actually matters. I'm hungry, I'll be honest. I'm hungry. So that would be probably it for now. I will start another live stream today because, come on, hour and 43 minutes, that's not enough. Anyhow, as I mentioned, I'm gonna go because I'm hungry. I'll let all 3 of them render in the meantime. All of these animations. My goodness gracious me, we only need 3 animations a day. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. However, I'm fine. I'll probably also maybe just record everything for this, but doesn't matter. The point is, for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.